using some of, you may or may not know, it's a technique called pointillism. So it's just a matter of kind of touching just doing a lot of like dots. But because it has the sharp edge, it's actually doing little lines. Doing that around the nose area, simply because that's what the picture kind of demonstrates. I'm probably doing it larger. You can do, smaller ones by doing just the tip part, or maybe larger ones by the flat area. Turning the heat down will enable you to do it a little bit lighter, so you'll have some light and dark spots, as is reflected in the cat's nose. There's some darker areas and lighter areas, and you can highlight. Just kind of have to work with your rheostat control, if you have one of those, to kind of get a feel for what's a good heat. Your softer woods, like this poplar is a softer wood, so it's going to burn easier. It's also going to burn easier with the grain. So when you're going, as you can see here, as I'm doing by the ear, it's going to burn easier with the grain than against the grain. This direction, I'm going against the grain. As you can see, it doesn't burn quite as easily. So it takes a little bit more patience, a little bit more time. But when you're going with the direction of the grain, it burns quicker and easier. And so if you're doing something that requires a lot of grain one direction, then you might, or I mean a lot of, say, hair, like if you were going to pick a bear, well, you might want to use this direction so that the hair, it's easier to burn with the direction of the grain for the hair. Here's kind of a thing with the cats. A lot of the grain that's going on the kind of cheek area, as it's pulling away from the center of the face, the hair kind of goes, if you can see that. Sorry if I don't have a videographer, so I'm kind of on my own here. But anyway, so as you can see, it burns easier with the grain. And then, but again, you can use that system called pointillism. That's the black and white cat that's going to be a little bit harder. As you can see, I kind of did the area with where the whiskers come out, and so there's some dark patch areas that you highlight, and then the whiskers come off of that. Now the whiskers in all of these pictures are white, but you have to show them somehow. So as you can see here, they kind of come out black. So what I do is any area that's, say, dark underneath of it, you highlight that, and it kind of pulls out some of the whiteness, because even a whisker that's white has like a black line below it. So they're still quote quote white whiskers, but it's the technique that you use that will kind of pop them out. And you'll see once I'm all done that that will, hopefully they'll pop out pretty good. And in the area where you have a lot of the whiteness in the coming off of the cat here, same thing, you have dark and light, but the lightness of the wood will stick out, and there's going to be definitely a difference, and the face of the cat will be much darker. Now here again, I'm kind of showing how much more you're going to have to turn the heat up when you're going against the grain of the wood. Yeah, see that there? I'm turning the heat up so you can kind of go a good screen. Or you just slow down a little bit and you get the heat effect as well with the darkness of the line work. Okay, so that's it for that part of it.